After a substitution, Celtic will get us back underway with the throw-in. That is a loose ball, but Celtic centre-backs have had a very good game there. Have had some pressure from Raiders players, but have come out on top most of the time. And that's a great ball by Anthony Dragasic, but the right midfielder couldn't quite bring it down, as there will be another substitution. Raiders will get us back underway, as they want to try and keep possession here under some pressure from the Celtic players. And Celtic can come forward here, but it is a Raiders throw-in. And the Raiders pump that ball forward. The Celtic do retain possession. It's a long ball and got under number 19's foot, but he managed to recover and put that one back to his keeper, who does clear. And Tyler Collins puts that one long and high into the Raiders opposite, into the Raiders half. Raiders might have a chance here as they have some space now down this left wing. And he cuts inside and looks to take a shot. And it was a good effort from that player. A long way out though, and in the end I think the keeper had it covered. The keeper will take this goal kick for Celtic as they find themselves with a 2-goal lead over the Raiders. And Raiders will be hoping to get a goal before the half-time whistle to get back in this game. They have had some good opportunities in this game, Raiders, but haven't made it count as of yet. And they'll be a little bit frustrated about that going in at half time. Let's see if they can maybe make this game more interesting from the neutral standpoint, as the Raiders will come, as Celtic will come forward. And he tries to cut outside, but in the end the Raiders player comes and cuts that pass off. Raiders man will chase this down the left hand side of the field, and he does get there first, waiting for some white shirts to get inside the box as he looks to cross it towards a back post, and it almost does reach the Raiders player, but in the end Anand Johnston done a really good job of getting in front of him and getting that ball clear. Last ditch defending by the Celtic player, as the Raiders will come again. That was a good opportunity for the Raiders to maybe get back in this one. And the Raiders player will be flagged offside, and that does end that spell of pressure for the Raiders. And that will be flicked on by Celtic as Raiders get that one clear into the Celtic half. Little under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. As Celtic try and come up the field, intercepted by the Raiders player. It's a long ball over the top, and the keeper will come to the edge of his box and collect that one. And the Celtic player takes a tumble, but Anthony Dragosis manages to get back on his feet. He's had a fine game in the middle of that midfield. Almost had a goal, but the referee did disallow it. And Raiders will put another long ball forward, trying to find the Raiders teammate. And the Celtic player puts that one out to the left wing, and the Celtic number 27, Morales, tried to get on the end of that, just running out of play before he could get there. And 21, Nick Richardson will take this ball forward, and he got fouled, and he's not happy about what happened after that as the Raiders player strike that ball against him. The referee intervenes and tells them to go their separate ways as Celtic have an opportunity here with a good free kick position. John Nolan will be taking this one for Celtic. And the cross does go in, and he tries to find a Celtic teammate. Well defended by the Raiders as they try and come out of their own half. They do try and come on in a counter-attack, and they have a potential situation here, but the assistant referee did flag offside for that play. That's well taken down by the Celtic player. As we're coming up to half-time here with Celtic leading the Raiders 2-0. Raiders will come forward here, and it almost fell to the Raiders player, and he would have found himself one-on-one with the keeper, but that was good defending once again by Anand Johnson as Celtic will come forward now. Number 10 finds himself one-on-one with the keeper. Good tackle though, and he tries to chip it. Did Justin Geelin. He took the ball away from goal with that tackle. And in the end, he probably could have made more of that chance. The Maryland commit. And the goal score does remain 2-0 for Celtic. The Raiders will clear it up, looking for a flick on. As the Raiders will go back to the keeper. As Justin Geelin puts pressure on him. And John Nolan will try and find one of his teammates here, and he does. And John Nolan will get the ball back here and will run into space with the ball. Tries to put a through ball in for Morales, but in the end it does trickle through to the keeper. Coming up to 45th minute here, the referee can add additional time if he wishes. Anthony Dragosis with the long ball, and Justin Geelin now making progress and puts in number 12. And it is another goal for Baltimore right at the end of the first half. Number 12, Devin McCarthy, getting a goal to his name. And now we will go into the break probably with a 3-goal lead, the Celtics. Good setup by Justin Geedon, and you can see that he's a talented boy, giving that ball to his teammate McCarthy, and McCarthy struck it past the keeper in the bottom right hand corner. Devin McCarthy getting the goal there, and he has given his verbal to William and Mary as the referee does blow for half time. Raiders find themselves 3-0 down at the half. Welcome back to the second half here on Field 4 in Wilson, North Carolina. Had an eventful first half here, and Celtics find themselves up 3-0. Talented team, Celtics, and have a lot of threats in the attacking part of the team, and in the end they have dominated the first half and do find themselves up 3-0. Raiders did start out well though the first 10 minutes or so, and did put a lot of pressure on the Celtics defense and created a good couple of chances for themselves, but they couldn't make the most of it, and you just wonder if they took one of those chances, maybe that scoreline would have been a lot different. Celtics will come forward though, and does get intercepted in the end. Celtic will try and put that ball through, but in the end it will come into the keeper, and the Celtics player kept on running and he clipped the keeper, and the Raiders keeper is down on the ground, and the referee has a decision to make here. It was Luke Davis who came running, and there is going to be a little bit of a scuffle inside the penalty box as the referee tries to get both set of players to go their separate ways. Main concern right now though is to make sure the keeper is okay. It looked like he did take a knock to the face as Luke Davis went in on him. Looks like it won't be a card for Luke Davis, but as they do call on the athletic trainer. And the referee will pull Luke Davis aside. Does look like he's going to be okay, the keeper for the Raiders, as he gets seen to by a trainer. Obviously have to worry if it took a blow to his head that there isn't a concussion or anything like that, and Luke Davis does get a yellow card in the end. And the Raiders will get us back underway here after a little bit of stoppage for that injury. The Celtic team have had a lot of success in the past. Obviously playing under 18s now, but did win the under 17s national championship. There's no doubt that they do have a lot of talented players on their team, with a couple of them already committed to big time Division 1 schools. And the keeper will return, and it looks like he is okay, as he'll get us started once again. And he does go short, as Raiders will maybe try and keep possession here after they do get some pressure from the Celtics though. And number 20 does look like he gets fouled after they gave that ball away. Luke Davis, who did just get that yellow card, done well to get that ball from the Raiders player, and he's got a free kick in a good situation for his team now. Luke Davis will take it, and he goes short, but the communication wasn't quite there for Celtic, and ball will go all the way back to the keeper. As Baltimore will knock the ball around a little bit and try and go again. And it's a nice pass by Jordan Ehart to switch it to the flank. They do lose the ball though, and Raiders will have possession here for the meantime. And that is a foul on a Raiders player. Free kick for the Raiders. The Raiders will switch that one. They will try and switch that one over to the left midfield, but they give the ball away again, and just wonder if they're going to get back into this game. They can't be giving away sloppy passes like that. Celtic will come forward now through the muddy pitch as Raiders get back possession. Celtic come out of that collision with the ball as they'll look to come down the right midfield. Number 12, Devin McCarthy, the goal scorer, will try and get a cross in here. He doesn't beat the first man, and the Raiders are able to get out of their own box. That loose ball does come to a Raiders player on the edge of the box. Maybe they can get a goal back here with a 1-2. Has his back to goal on the edge of the box. Puts it back to a player who takes a shot. And it has to go through a lot of bodies. And in the end, it does take a deflection and finds its way to the Celtic keeper. Ball given away though by Celtic, and then Raiders do the same as they try and come through this muddy field up the right hand side. Try and maybe get a fourth goal. Good tackle there though by the Raiders player. Does give the ball away though. Celtic will come forward again. Good ball there by number 8 too. He looked like he might have been onside there, but hard to see from this angle as the assistant referee does flag offside. Good pass though by number 8, Ben Stitz, who is committed to University of Pennsylvania. And they'll try and get it to the left wing once again, but good interception by the Raiders player. Raiders are being pressed in their own half here, as Celtic maybe try and get a fourth goal. Looking for the flick on, and he does that. Finds a Raiders player though, but they can only get as far as the box, and he takes a shot, and it never looked like it was going to bother the Raiders keeper. And that will go out for a goal kick. Challenge there by Celtic, and they do get the ball back on the edge of the Raiders box. Nice skill by Devon McCarthy, as they'll take a shot here, and it will be deflected out for a goal kick. Comes off a Celtic player. 56th minute then here in field 4. Baltimore with 3 first half goals, 1 coming right at the end of the first half. No goals yet in the second half though, as Raiders come forward on the right wing. Possession is recovered by the Celtics, however, as they look to take this past the halfway line. Good ball as the left midfielder looks up and puts it in, and it is another goal for Baltimore Celtic as they go 4 goals to 0 up, but it looks like Luke Davis got that goal for his team, and you'd have to say that the victory is pretty certain for Baltimore this afternoon. Raiders will be disappointed to be 4 goals to 0 down. They are playing against tough opposition today, former national champions in Baltimore Celtic. They did have some good opportunities early on in the first half, but unfortunately for them now they find themselves 4-0 down. There is a chance here though, but it felt like he could have took a shot there, number 5 for the Raiders. But in the end, a Celtic player will be able to get on the end of this, but he takes a tumble, and it doesn't look like he went down too nicely there. Looks like he may have an injury from that. That's unfortunate for Ben Stitz, who's had a great game today. Looks like he might have just caught his foot in the mud there. You do hope he's okay and hasn't got an injury from that. Referee gives a drop ball to the Raiders keeper. And we will resume play as Ben Stitz looks like he's going to be able to run this one off. The Raiders will come forward down the right wing. Maybe they can get a consolation goal here, but they do have a throw in deep inside the Celtic half now, as they try and switch it out to the left wing. Intercepted once again though, as they put that ball forward. And And that is a collision off the ball there by number 24, Jordan Ehart. He gets the foul in his favour. Raiders having a good spell of possession now. Under a little bit of pressure from the Raiders player. They do get the ball back inside the Celtic half. Celtic will come down this right flank, looking for Ben Stitz. Well defended though by the Raiders player. And that ball is getting stuck in the mud pretty often here in field 4. You have to say though, Celtic have played some really nice soccer, even with the conditions. As they do take a shot, in the end it does go out for a goal kick. Little under half an hour to go in this game, with Baltimore leading the Raiders 4-0. Celtic look like they are in control of this game, obviously, with a comfortable lead. As they look to maybe get a 5th goal here. Raiders do get possession back though, and will try and get outside their own half. Tough opposition today for the Raiders. And they did have a good first half until the first goal for Celtic. And Raiders will be hoping that they can maybe get a consolation goal here or not concede any more than they already have done. Good ball though, over to number 24, Jordan Ehart, and he lays it off to Ben Stitz, who gets a chance, takes a shot, and is still on the edge of the box, and he does take a shot, and it is a goal again by Devin McCarthy. That is his 2nd goal today, and he celebrates and puts his fist up in the air. Pretty happy with that one. And it was a great finish by Devin McCarthy, who's had a very good day up front for his team. And Baltimore lead the Raiders 5-0. Raiders will look to get this ball down the right wing, and it almost came to number 19, but Celtic do a good job of intercepting that one. Celtic will come forward once again down this right wing. Bit of a miss kick from the right back. 50-50 challenge won by the Raiders, but they give the ball straight away. And Luke Davis gives the ball to Ben Stitz, but it comes to nothing. Number 17 does a good job of holding the ball up and finding a teammate. Ball over the top will find its way to the Celtic keeper. Celtic will come forward. We have Devin McCarvey, who has got 2 goals to his name today as his team leads the Raiders 5-0. And Andrew Privet will take this ball in. Luke Davis will try and retrieve that. And he does save it from going out for a goal kick. The Raiders do clear. The Raiders will try and challenge for that in the air, and they'll pick up the loose ball near the halfway line. And it's a good ball out to the right wing. Maybe Raiders can get a goal here. They come inside and he's on the edge of the box and he's in on goal. And in the end, it was a great save from the Celtic keeper. Good opportunity there for the Raiders. I think the Raiders player will be slightly disappointed that he couldn't make more of that opportunity there. Did find himself one-on-one with the keeper. And in the end, the keeper gets down to his right, nice and low, and palms that one away. And Raiders will try and go again and get a consolation, but cleared by the Celtic. And they'll pick up that loose ball and try and maybe counter-attack as they did for the first goal. Ball just held up in that mud and couldn't find its way to Biddo. They have another chance here though, and Justin Geedon tried to lay it off to his teammate, but a Raiders player did intercept it. Little over 20 minutes left to play in this one. So the Raiders will try and get out of there in half, but they do give the ball away. Celtic will come forward, but they do also give the ball away, and Raiders will go back to their keeper. So he looks to clear. Best that the Raiders can really hope for now is maybe to get a consolation goal and use this last 20 minutes or so to maybe threaten the Celtic defence a little bit more than they have done. And it is sent in to Celtic, and it is 24 on the edge of the box, and he almost finds Justin Geelan. He was slightly ahead of him. Another good opportunity though here for Celtic, and the front post man manages to get it clear for the Raiders. They will come again though, Celtic, as they find Devin McCarthy in the middle, but it does go out for a Raiders throw in, and that spell of pressure may come to an end for now. Raiders will go along with this throw. Put it straight to a Celtic player though. A Celtic player did get fouled there by the Raiders player, and I think it was Morales who was fouled. Nice piece of skill to take it past the player, but he was fouled as he tried to go past him. Good free kick opportunity for Celtic here, and could maybe even make it 6-0 in this game. A lot of Celtic bodies in that box, and the cross does go in towards the back post, and it is a good ball, and it was just hanging up there waiting for a Celtic player to take it on, but in the end it goes past everyone and out for a goal kick. Celtic do pick it up again after the goal kick, and they'll try and come up the right wing now as Ian McDonald tries to get a cross in. We'll go out for another corner though. And Andrew Privet looks like he'll come across and take this corner for his team. Corner kick goes in then for Celtic, and in the end it found its way to the back post, and the Raiders player had to clear it off the line. A lot of pressure coming in from Celtic in these last couple of minutes, trying to maybe get a 6th goal, but that does go out for a goal kick, and the Raiders can maybe regroup and maybe get out of their own half now. Little over 15 minutes left in this one. Celtic scored 3 first-half goals and got themselves 2 more in the second half, and find themselves 5-0 up on the Raiders. Celtic will put this ball in here, and they do retain possession once again, but have given the ball away here, and maybe the Raiders can counter, but there's not many white shirts for him, and he does go take that ball out for a throw-in. As Justin Geelan manages to find one of his teammates. He'll come down this left wing, look for the 1-2, and he's in on goal now, and he's got a few options, but he probably should have looked for a teammate rather than take a shot. The angle didn't do him any favours there, and in the end he hits a side netting, and the score still remains 5 goals to 0. One again by Celtic in the middle of the park, but the Raiders pick up the loose ball. There is a little bit of a scrap in there in the mud, and once again Celtic do come out with it. It's a nice 1-2 pass to put in Bido on this right wing, and he uses his skill to get past number 5, puts that ball in, and it does come to a Celtic player. Wasn't the best pass from him though, as Raiders are able to clear for the meantime to the edge of their box. Ball goes back in though. Raiders will bring this ball forward. It's a good tackle by Raiders. He won't want to give the ball away to Celtic, Devin McCarthy, and he's had such a good game today and does keep possession well for his team under pressure. Celtic will come forward again down this left-hand side. They'll put that ball in. It's a good cross. And it was a close chance, and there's still danger for the Raiders as they'll take another shot, and it almost fell to a Celtic player at the back post. And Justin Galen with that first chance had a good opportunity there. Celtic obviously putting a lot of pressure on that Raiders defence and could have had even more goals here than the 5 they've already scored. Raiders clear it to Celtic half. Ball will go back to the keeper as he tries to clear. Wasn't the best clearance, and the touch from the Celtic player wasn't the lightest of touches, and that will be a foul for the Raiders now. Maybe they can pump this ball into the box and get an opportunity for themselves. A little over 10 minutes to go here in this one, as the Raiders have a set piece opportunity. We'll be hoping to get a consolation goal here maybe. It is a good ball into the box. The keeper's come out for it and he chooses the punch, gets it to the edge of the box, and Celtic will maybe counter-attack now. As there's a long ball forward, and Justin Galen might get on the end of this if it weren't for the keeper who came out. Done a good job there, the keeper, putting that ball out for a throw-in. Good passing by Celtic. So they come in deep to the Raiders half. And that will be a foul for Celtic on number 14, John Nolan. As it looks like Andrew Privet will take this one. It'll be interesting to see what he does here, if he goes for the shot or tries to find a teammate in the box. The cross goes in and it goes towards the back post. And I think it was Justin Geelan there at the back post. And he'll be wondering what he has to do to score today. He's had a lot of good opportunities. He has set up some teammates to score. Hasn't got a goal yet for himself. He's had a great performance out there. And that was another good opportunity with his head at the back post. And Celtic will continue their spell of possession in the Raiders' half. The Raiders do manage to get the ball back for the meantime. They do give it away though. Raiders come forward now and they look to play a through ball. Maybe they can get a consolation here. But it was offside called on the Raiders as we enter the 82nd minute. Celtic come forward now. Intercepted by the Raiders player. The Raiders do get it clear up to a Raiders forward. As Celtic will try and come inside the Raiders half. Nice nutmeg there by the Raiders player as he brings it out to the right wing and passes it to Bido, and he puts that ball in towards the back post. And it was Justin Galen there again. Couldn't quite get on the end of that cross, but here's another opportunity for Celtic as they'll put this ball back in. And it does get to Justin Galen and he knocks it down for the shot from his teammate. In the end, it was blocked. Celtic will get this ball back again as Ian McDonald does a great job of getting past his player, and he was fouled in the process as they get a free kick in a dangerous area now. Andrew Privet will take this free kick for Celtic. And they'll see if they can make another opportunity here. It's a good ball towards the back post, but once again it does run out for a goal kick. Celtic do get that goal kick into their possession. As they'll come down the right wing. It does find its way to Justin. Couldn't make the most of that opportunity though. Justin Galen has committed to Maryland in 2018. There is a couple of players on this talented Celtic team that have committed to Division 1 schools, and that was on show today for sure, as that scoreline shows. Raiders with a chance here to maybe get a chance, but as soon as I said that, Celtic do get an interception, as Raiders will come again. And they do get a free kick in a good position here. Let's see if Raiders can get a goal here and maybe take something away from this game. They'll be hoping to make the most of this free kick situation. Hopefully for them they can maybe test the keeper here. As the referee blows his whistle, and he looks to cross it in, and it is a good cross, and it hits the bar. Unlucky for the Raiders, and it's still in there, and they so close to getting a consolation goal. It did hit the post, and then on the rebound it looked like that was going to crawl into the bottom left hand corner. Really unlucky for the Raiders not to get a goal there. They do have a corner kick here though, and let's see if they can get one goal here for the Raiders. Cross goes in, but he can't beat the man at the post. Does come out to a Raiders player though, but he just crosses it to the keeper, and Raiders unlucky not to get a goal there. From a neutral standpoint, yeah, like to see them score so they can take something away from this game maybe. Very unlucky in that last play they had. Keeping possession well here though, and maybe they can finish this game on a positive. And that will be a throw in deep in the Celtic half. Nice skill there by 22. Takes it round a play, cuts inside, lays it off to his teammate. Good spell of possession here by the Raiders. The cross does go past everyone. And the Raiders number 20 will put it off a Celtic player for a Raiders throw-in. Good strength there by the Raiders player. Let's see if they can get a cross in here maybe to find the Raiders player. The cross does go in, and the keeper elects to punch. It will come out to the Raiders player on the edge of the box. Looks for a 1-2. A little bit overcooked the pass, and Celtic will clear. As Justin Geelan will come down this right wing, taking on two Raiders players. Comes down the right wing, puts that cross in, looking for a Celtic player. Comes out to the Celtic player, looks for the pass, and then he found himself one-on-one with the keeper, but couldn't stay on his feet, the Celtic player. I think it was given offside in the end, maybe. As the clock ticks down towards the 90th minute here on field 4. Baltimore Celtics find themselves 5-0 up on the Raiders. Devin McCarthy will collect this ball near the corner flag. It will be a Raiders throw-in. Straight to a Celtic player who puts it in to Justin Geelan. He has a chance here to make it 6. And he'll be disappointed with that effort. came across his body and he never really caught the ball well, as the referee does blow for full time. Baltimore Celtics very impressive today, winning over the Raiders 5-0. Thanks for joining us here in Wilson, North Carolina.